Hello everyone, this is Dean. Welcome back to my channel, Filipino Nurse Retires Home. How are you? I hope everybody is doing great and enjoying life, okay, despite what we're going through. Please comment, share, and subscribe, and thank you for all your help. And please keep the comment going. It makes me really happy responding to you guys, okay? And the only way to learn is really we have to have brainstorming sometimes, okay? It doesn't mean that we need to be in the same kind of the same thought process, because that's the only way how to learn, okay? So otherwise, I'm going to talk to you about the building process in the Philippines. It's about the hiring of the workers, okay? It seems like people are so interested about the building part in the Philippines anyway, because I cannot blame you. Before I really started with this, I did a lot of research and I really watched a lot of YouTube. And the only way to know is from people who already had started. And you might be able to learn from this little thing here. Me. Okay, I had started building my house. That was 2019. That's when we started it. And we were finished 85% after 11 months. It took forever though. But it's a concrete house. So I was there during the hiring process and the start of the foundation and everything. Stayed there for 3 months and then came back to the United States. After 4 months, I went back again and stayed there for 2 months. And my brother-in-law finished the whole thing. So it's 11 months. But it was okay. It was really not bad at all. Okay. One thing I would discuss to you about is the hiring of your workers, okay, which is very important. All right, the main people that you're going to hire for your workforce are the welders, the carpenters, and the mason, as well as the laborers, okay? You might hire 2 carpenters, 2 masons, and maybe 1 welder, and several laborers, the runners, okay? But you have to have a lot of reference, especially for those 3 main people. Reference that they know what they are doing, that they're really skilled to do carpentry. It's not because they know how to cut the wood and nail some lumber that they are already carpenters. You have to understand, man, people in the Philippines are desperate for jobs, okay? So if they have a little bit of skill, sometimes they would say, okay, I'm a carpenter, but they really do not know how to put the wood together, the lumber together to make a structure of a house, okay? So it's almost like on the job training for them. So those laborers there would basically learn from the skilled ones. And I encourage that. And then the mason, sometimes they will say, okay, I'm a mason. I know how to mix the cement. But he forget that you have to know how to build a foundation. Structure is important there. So if you have bad mason, you're gonna topple down your building in a heartbeat, okay? So, and then welders, they have to know, they have to be licensed, because you're gonna be dealing with electricity, and you have to have protective materials on your face so that you would not have any accident. Those kind of things you have to have reference, and I would suggest that it has to come from a barangay captain maybe, and good recommendation from good friends, okay, good friends, because sometimes people would use like other friends and families to work for you, but they're not really skilled. Now, with regards to your runners, your laborers, I would say a good reference, also character reference from your barrio captain, because they might be kleptomaniac. They might have a problem with absentee, you know, or be habitual absenteeism. Habitual habit in being absent. My God, I cannot even say the word. And they might steal all your stuff. You know, they might carry some stuff at the end of the day, and you're gonna really be sorry about that. And anyway, before you hire them, also include the contract. You have to specify the job description for each one of them, okay? The pay, specify that. Their work hours, like lunch break, how many hours, how many minutes it's gonna be, and the arrival time and the departure time. And you specify there. And how much are they paid a day for that, you know? And be off during what? Like during weekends, or work 7 days a week. Those things sometimes are taken for granted in the Philippines because sometimes we're not really legally oriented in the Philippines. Not a lot of people can get sued, but if you get sued, then you have a problem, correct? It's gonna be a headache on your part. Okay, it's also a good idea that you have to specify the rules and regulation that you have in that area of the workplace, because some people I noticed they're gonna smoke, and you're gonna be dealing with gasoline there. Can you believe that? You're gonna have to cause fire and explosion. So specify they cannot smoke as long as they are in the workplace, and specify where they can smoke, maybe outside. So you have to specify that, because if in case of emergency and they can get hurt, then you're not gonna be liable for that. And you are not going to pay for the damage, okay? Now, proper orientation on all the tools that you have has to be implemented by you, okay? With me, I bought cement mixer, which is very expensive, maybe about $1,000. And can you imagine if you're going to let those people operate on that, okay, without orientation? So what I did when I bought that particular unit, I got somebody, a representative from the company, go there and show them how to crank it, and show them how to change the oil and what kind of oil, and change the gas, and grease the bearings on the mixer. So that was successful. Number two, your engine. I'm talking about your generator. You have to tell them to change the oil on that, all right? And what kind of oil or what kind of gasoline mixture you're going to have for that particular unit. And you have to know the inventory on all your tools, okay? Because it can cost too much money if they would lose it or somebody would steal it. So at the end of the day, it will be prudent for you to bring them down in one area and then let them count all the tools, and then clean them up and clean the area around the workplace for the next day's work, okay? Now, another issue is biggest expense I have, because I trust my assistant. He told me that he knows how to do or how to run my pump on my water well. He was supposed to keep an eye and listen to the sound when it's supposed to stop, because it did not have an automatic stop on the generator. On that submersible pump is connected to a generator. Anyway, what happened is he was so busy with his Facebook, man, he was so busy. He did not he did not know that it's about time to turn off the machine, to turn off the generator. And my submersible pump died. And that cost me, including the control panel, it cost me maybe 75,000 pesos. It hurt me so bad and it made me mad, but it's too late. It's my mistake and I took the blame. But those are the mistakes that you really have to know. So, but I think that is the most important thing that I need for you to know from my mistakes. Alright guys, And I hope you learn from my little experience. Okay, good day now. Bye bye.